Alrighty. Make sure we're good here. Alrighty, sweet. Alrighty. Looking good, looking good. Just want to make sure we're live on everything. I'm going to go share this to a few groups real quick. So this is going to be our live training for virtual wholesaling step-by-step, guys. It's quite the theme this week that we're doing virtual wholesaling. Let's just make sure we're all good here. All right, let's start sharing this to a couple groups, and then we're going to get started in about 30 seconds. So let me just look at some groups here. Let's see the kind of value we want to bring here. Okay. So give me almost there. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty. I gotta let the people in the group see this real quick. Sorry, guys. So comment below where you guys are from. Love to say hi. Love to say hi. This is gonna be weird. So the Q&A is gonna be after this because I kind of want to do a little presentation for all my friends that are watching this in the future. So let's do one more here. So it looks like we're getting some viewers on here. I'm just sharing this to a couple groups and letting some people join in right now, and then we're gonna get going real soon, but it's going to be really informative. Like the last live I did was amazing, like amazingly informative. This one's going to be even crazier. So let's do one more here. Guys, sorry again. All right. So boom, boom. Let's see here. Okay. Not that one. We're going to do this one. We're going to go. Then comment below that you guys can actually hear me. Want to make sure that everyone can hear me here. Yes. Boom. Jeez, I got a lot of groups I can actually share this to. Just trying to get as much value as possible for everyone here. So let's see. Alrighty. Let's see, about one more minute, guys. One more minute. Don't worry. Let's see here. Okay. Alrighty. All right. Looks like we are live. It only took me about 3 minutes here, but I just want to make sure everyone can hear me because from my screen, I can see the PowerPoint, but I can't really see anyone else here. So I can go on my phone here and just check. So let me check the volume. PowerPoint, but I can't really see. Yep. All right. Volume's working good. So let's get started, guys. I'm really excited for this one. This is going to be a really good one. So this is virtual wholesaling, step by step. This is a live tutorial. If this takes 5 hours, it's going to take 5 hours, but I'm going to get to the point from start to finish, step by step today to give you the tools to wholesale your first virtual deal, or maybe you're just a regular wholesaler and you're just trying to do your second, third deal, but you actually want to start doing things virtually. Right now, a lot of you guys are watching this from the future or past replays. I am in September right now, about mid-September. So COVID-19 is a thing. So this is a really important part too. So let's get into it, guys. So this is virtual wholesaling step by step. So who am I? I am Zach Ginn. I started wholesaling real estate at 17 years old. That is true. I started sticking bandit signs out when I was 17. I'm the son of Rick Ginn, who is another real estate investor, wholesaler. I actually didn't get started with him. He told me basically if I want it hard enough, I'll do it myself. So basically by myself, I made over 100 grand before I graduated high school in real estate wholesaling. Now, most of these deals were actually not virtual, but I'll get more into my actual virtual real estate experience because that sort of happened after college. And I partnered with Rick after college, and I run the operations with him for the largest REI operation on the Treasure Coast. So let's get going, guys. So what is real estate wholesaling? Real estate wholesaling, in general, real estate wholesaling, like you know, is putting a property under contract from a motivated seller and then selling it to a cash buyer and making a profit in between there. So what is virtual wholesaling? It's basically the same thing. It's the art of putting a property under contract without seeing or meeting the cash buyer or the actual motivated seller in person. And you sell that contract to a cash buyer for a profit without seeing or meeting the cash buyer in person. There's two little misprint there, but honestly, there's probably misprints and I probably spelled something wrong in here, but honestly, it took about 30 minutes trying to collect my thoughts on this. So that's what I got. So virtual versus regular wholesaling, the difference between the two are really similar. There's only a couple nuanced things that we got to shift, but it makes the biggest difference in the world. So in virtual wholesaling, what we do is we're going to have phone and Zoom appointments with the seller. We're going to make sure the decision makers are actually on the call with us. We are going to be the local expert to the actual motivated seller. Trust and rapport, again, is going to be everything with these people. And basically, the whole process is we have the Zoom appointment or the phone appointment. We go into the offer, and then we basically DocuSign the contract, and then we basically give them a timeline of what's going to happen. We're going to have boots on the ground. Are we actually going to meet them in person, or we're actually going to do this all virtual? Again, we're going to get into everything. Don't even worry. Regular wholesaling, we actually do the appointments in person. We make sure when we're physically there, all the decision makers are in there. It's a little more high pressure, I guess, when you're in person on these deals and you're just trying to get a contract signed. Again, the same exact thing happened here. You're the local expert. Trust and rapport is everything. And again, the process for there is the appointment. You have the actual offer you give to them in person. You have a physical contract, the pen, and you go from there. And then you just give them the timeline of what's going to happen. So everything here, the only real difference here, again, this is really simple the way I'm trying to put it together, because wholesaling in general is extremely easy. It's not complicated at all. And again, doing wholesaling virtually is not that complicated at all. There's maybe one more step or you shift a couple things, but that's really it. So the only real shift here is we're actually doing the appointments over phone or Zoom. The marketing can stay the same unless we're actually door knocking. And then, I mean, if we're even door knocking, we can actually shift it a little more. And then the only problem is the appointment, again, the appointment over Zoom versus appointment in person. That's really it. And then the biggest hurdle you always got to get over is having someone sign something over in person or actually having to sign it over DocuSign or Dotloop. Again, you can overnight a contract to get them to sign it, but it's always better if you can do it over the phone or with one of those strategies. So let's talk about it. So a quick preface before we actually get into the step-by-steps. I want to share a couple things to show you some of my histories in virtual wholesaling. So right here, I started virtual wholesaling when I came back from high school. I went into college for about 6 months, and then I came back home and started just doing the rest of my college classes online. Technically, wasn't allowed to do it, but they didn't really know because you could take the tests online. So I opted to do that, and then I graduated, I think, maybe 10 months ago, and partnered with Rick. But basically, when I was in college, I was basically wholesaling. I was doing virtual wholesaling in my dorm, and I did very well with it. So let's go over some of the deals I did. So this is actually the smallest virtual wholesaling deal I did. This is a property in Vero Beach, Florida. It's, I think, 6 lane is the street. But that was September 9th, 2019, and I made $1,000 on it. So I want to show you guys virtual wholesaling. Sometimes the deals aren't as sexy. Like this isn't this isn't like a big sexy $80,000 deal I did. Like it's not that. I mean, it's actually a really good deal that we had here. But again, it's not the sexiest deal in the world. But again, we made $1,000 on that one. And quickly in this was this was virtually done after I came home and I started working with Rick. So this was actually something I did over the phone because the seller was out of state, and I actually never saw the property. This was a boots on the ground that I actually got it because the house is like 30 minutes from me. So $1,000, not really going to complain. got everything done virtually. Did everything from the office. So got to check off $1,000. Not really going to complain on that one. Again, this was from a cold calling lead, actually. Kind of weird, but if you look here, property is concrete block. I think it was like 700 square feet. I sold it to one of the top realtors in Vero Beach. So pretty interesting deal, pretty nice. And we'll go into actually the largest virtual wholesaling deal, which is complete opposite of this, which was $70,000. I'm not lying to you. I made $70,000 on this virtual deal. I got it under contract. I didn't include the contract, did I? No, that was 2 months prior to this one. So we bought it for $90,000 because that's basically what we do in our operations. We either wholesale it or we wholesale it. This one, I mean, the profit was so good, we just wholesaleed it. So basically bought it for $90,000. I was in the state of Ohio at the time I locked this deal up. I made a video on this on the Flip with Rick YouTube before if you want to go check it out. You're probably going to have to go way back into it, probably November of 2019. But I actually recorded the whole conversation I had. I didn't want to include that because this would be like a 5-hour video. But again, it was crazy. So I was in the state of Ohio at the time for a mastermind I went with me and Rick. And we were up there just networking and things like that. It was a pretty good event. And I had a call in the morning when I was going on a run. I stopped my run, talked to her. This was from direct mail. And I had a conversation with the lady and basically had the little physical appointment over the phone. I didn't even see the condition of the property. And eventually at like 11 o'clock, I got out of the mastermind real quick and I went back in the room. I got my computer out, talked to her, basically closed her over the phone for $90,000. Using some tactics again. This was with the ROS mailer. So some parts of the video were cut out just because we're kind of keeping a little secret now, but the ROS mailer and the ROS product's going to come out real soon. So don't even worry about that. Stay tuned a couple of months for that one, but it's going to change the game, guys. But $90,000 is what we bought it for. We literally spent $3,000 on the rehab, and that was basically scrubbing the inside of the house. Actually, this video was this was part of the wholesaling series we did on YouTube. Now it's starting to come back. I did a 4-video series on how I actually wholesale this for $3,000. I showed the entire thing. So check out the wholesaling. That's probably one of the first videos I actually did here on the Flip with Rick channel. If you're watching on the Zach Ginn channel on Facebook, go to Flip with Rick at Flip with Rick YouTube and check it out. Sold it for $162,000. We made about $70,000 profit at the end of the day. It was unbelievable. I think it was like $69,000 in profit, but again, we just say 70 to make it all sexy and nice. But in total, about $70,000 in profit from this virtual deal I locked up in the state of Ohio. Pretty crazy, but I got it locked up. Now I probably could make $80,000 to $85,000 in profit if I could actually physically go to the lady and talk to her in person, just because statistically you do get better deals, but you can do more volume doing things virtually. So let me just make one more check here. I hate to talk here and if we got like big technical issues. So it looks like, all right, good. Volume's going. So I literally can't see anything. All I can see is the PowerPoint here. So I just got to check a little bit because I'm a little paranoid. So let's get into the steps, guys. So finding the right market. So that is step 1 to actually virtually wholesaling a real estate deal. So step 1, we're going to find a good virtual wholesaling market. So to find a good one, here's some tips I can give to you. Again, you can do it in your own backyard if you want, or you actually want to start researching and look at some good ones you got. So this was a little post I made on Instagram, sort of showing exactly what I want to talk here in step 1. I give you bits and pieces on social media about like what's the best thing to do in all these steps. So I'm trying to put it all together here. So number 1, when finding the right virtual wholesaling market, you want to avoid those major metro areas, Miami, New York City, LA, like Metro Chicago. I would stay away from, especially with the wholesaling laws there. Again, if you don't know the wholesaling laws in Chicago, not the state of Illinois, you actually can't wholesale deal. Actually, I think you can do 1 per year. I'm probably wrong on that one, but I think you can wholesale 1 real estate deal per year unless you are an actual licensed agent. So stay away from Miami, New York City, and LA. Again, I'm probably gonna have people commenting, Miami's amazing, blah, 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 blah. I'm talking about outskirts of Miami. I'm not talking about metro downtown. Number 2 is find markets. Another thing about Miami, if you want to wholesale deals in Miami, please speak Spanish. You're gonna get killed if you don't. If you're like a gringo like me. So number 2 is find markets where other wholesalers virtually do deals. Don't reinvent the wheel here, guys. Again, there's so many people that do it. It drives me crazy. Don't try to go to like Topeka, Arkansas, where there's like a population of 50 people, and you try to get that deals from there. You won't get the volume, and that's really what we want to do in virtual wholesaling. We sort of want to be in like a Goldilocks zone. So you want to make sure it's not too small, but not too large. You want to be right there in the middle where it's perfect, where the competition isn't too crazy, but you want some competition because you know the actual deals are actually good, and you know if you're in a market, you'll find a cash buyer. So don't reinvent the wheel, guys. Find places where people are virtually doing deals. Again, a couple more steps. I'll just show you how to do that. 3 is just find a small, medium-sized market, 200 to 400,000 population-wise. I like things like Tulsa, Oklahoma is really good. Oklahoma City's there. That's good ones in Oklahoma. You could do Omaha. McCann, Georgia's pretty good too. Charlotte, Raleigh, things like that. Those are really good small to medium-sized markets that do really well. And also make sure there's a lot of cash buyers in that market. I'm going to show you List Source cash buyers hack to show you some of the right zip codes. But again, make sure there's good enough make sure if you're selling a product, which the product you are selling in this instance is a real estate contract, which is a smoking hot deal at a deep discount. You're selling out to cash buyers. That's basically what you are. So if you have no buyers for your product, you're going to get screwed, right? So if I buy shirts that say Zach Ginn so cool on it, I'm going to be the only person that wants to buy it. Maybe my mom, but that's basically 2 people. And so the market's not good on that. But if I want to sell maybe Apple watches for deep discount, there's a lot of people that want to buy it, right? So just look at supply and demand. So cash buyers are your actual clients, and those properties and contracts are the actual service or product you are providing. So number 5 is metro markets with low rents is a really good one to look at. So Detroit has very low rents, but it's a big market. And then you can do the opposite, which is like tinier markets with like really good fat rents. Example is Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's a million little arbitrages you can do there, but this is a really good guide here to find a really good virtual wholesaling market. So step 2 is we're actually going to find the right zip code. So boom, we figure out we're going to do Palm Beach, Florida, right? West Palm Beach, Florida, something like that, right? That is going to be it. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the whole entire county for that. So I think, what is it? I think Atlanta, like let's say you decide Atlanta. We got to figure out, so that's Fulton County. I'm 99% sure that's what it is. So let's say we're just going to do West Palm Beach is what we choose, right? That is in sunny South Florida. So I think there's a video on here on List Source that I did because I didn't want to waste anyone's time on this. So let's say we figure out West Palm Beach is our city. Again, it can be whatever one. We're going to go to county. We're going to use the List Source to reverse hack everything to find the right zip codes in that county. So let's see if we can figure it out. And then also while I do this, I'm going to check, make sure that we have volume. All right, guys, so to actually find the best zip codes in your specific market or county, we're going to make a free List Source account. Just go to listsource.com and register for a free account. Once we're in here, I just made a really quick dummy account. I put Linda on here, trying to be funny. So I literally went here and I went to Investor Foreclosure Services. We're going to go to Absentee Owners. Then we're going to go select what we want. So we can go right here. What I'm going to do for this example is just go to a county. And then I'm in Florida here, so we'll do Florida. Let's do Palm Beach County. We're going to add Palm Beach into here. And then we're going to go into next right here. So we're going to go down here to residential single family residence. And then in my market, so in Palm Beach County, you can't go too high, you can't go too low. So if you keep it between 50 to around 300, you should be pretty good. And then I always like to keep it under 2,000 square feet. So boom, we're good there. We're going to go to next. And then what we're going to do is make sure we have all absentee on here. We're going to put no preference on trustee owned, but we're going to put no preference on corporate owned properties since we're trying to find the hottest zip codes for cash buyers. A lot of them are corporate owned, and that really should be it. So we're going to pretend like we're actually going to buy this list. So let's look at the count here, 16,000. That's pretty good. So we're going to go to purchase list here. Act like we're going to buy it. No, I'm not spending $2,000 on this list. Don't even worry, guys. Go to purchase partial list. Then what we're going to do is go to custom selection here. We're going to go by zip code. And then, boom, we can export this into an Excel if we wanted to. What I'm going to do really quick, just so it's really easy for everyone, we can see here, these are all of the hot zips here. We can tell pretty easily that 33407 is the hottest one with the most cash transactions. The 33404 is really hot too. And then 33411. These are the hottest ones. We know which ones to go towards and which ones to stay away from, like 33440. Stay away from that one. And we can easily see here from looking at it, the hottest one, like I thought, is 33460, which if you didn't know, that is Lake Worth, which is literally on fire right now in real estate investing and wholesaling down there in Palm Beach. So that is how you find the hottest zip codes in your market for free using ListSource. Boom. Awesome. So that's it. Again, let's get in the next step real quick and then I'll pause. So this is actually step 3. So before I even talk about this at all, actually, let me get back here. If you do me a huge favor, guys, please, just because I'm providing value for you guys, if you can like this video right now, so I'm talking to my friends on Facebook right now. If you're on Facebook right now, can you please like this video? The more people that like this video will be shown to more people. Again, the more people this gets shown to, which means you get to help as many of your fellow wholesalers out there. And in essence, that'll be more people asking questions, and the more questions that get asked, that means the more value you get, because a lot of people, like your peers here watching this, we're all in a community together. If they ask this like crazy question like, hey, wait, you asked a pretty good question about ListSource. Like, how do I get ListSource for 5 cents or whatever? And you'd be like, I never even thought about that question. And just because you asked that, there's more people on here, it becomes even better. So if you can like this video on Facebook and then share it to every single Facebook group you think that could get value out of this, I would forever be grateful. And if you're on YouTube, please smash that like button and subscribe. It means a lot to me. The more people that watch these videos, again, it's crazy. Like the first week I started doing lives, second week, like the views are crazier, and I just get to help more people, and I just provide free content. I'm not this big guru. I'm not going to sell you on a course. I just want to give. So I really appreciate it, guys. So let's keep going. So step 3, guys. We are going to network and research our butts off. You're going to be like, Zach, wait, can I just start marketing? Can I start? Go. Whoa. Okay, we got the market. We got the zip codes. We're good to go. So now we're going to get back. We're going to network and research. We're going to work smarter, not harder. So that's the way I like to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to join our local RIAs and our local and national RIA/wholesaling Facebook groups. So that's what we're going to do. So here are some really good Facebook groups. I always encourage you guys to join. Again, there's a million of them, but I'm not getting paid from these people. I just think they're good groups. All In Wholesaling is a really good one. Carlos, Sal, and Alex are amazing guys. Wholesaling Houses Full Time. That is the largest real estate wholesaling group. That is literally the community square of real estate wholesaling. That is where like it's happening. Is that Wholesaling Houses Full Time. You get a lot more like freedom to post wherever you want there. I really like it. Alex is an awesome guy. Rick's gone live there a bunch of times. I've gone live in there sometimes with Alex. Great guy. Always recommend going in there. And then you got Wholesaling Houses Elite, which is the man, Max Maxwell. It's a really good group. I do recommend it. Again, they're all really good groups. But what you want to do in these is you actually want to go research. So what you want to do is actually go to that little search tab right here. So you see the little search one. Let's see Wholesaling Houses Full Time. Click that search and then search maybe Palm Beach or West Palm Beach. You'll see people posting deals, and then you can see, wow, looks like the 325A0 or whatever from my research. A lot of real estate investors are getting contracts there. Or you can be like, wow, John Smith and you know, Sally Sue, like they're killing it out here in West Palm Beach. What you should do is shoot them a message, shoot them a DM, and don't be creepy, but say, hey, my name is Zach. I'm really new in this whole wholesaling thing. I'm actually a virtual wholesaler from Topeka, Kansas, and I'm looking to get my first couple deals in virtual wholesaling. Is there any tips or recommendations you can give me? And I'd love to JV with you on my first couple deals so we can help each other out. Something like that. Do it with every single person in your market. You'll gain a lot of knowledge actually learning from them. It'd be really good. And another thing you can do if you actually want to find cash buyers is join the local RIAs in your area. So example, in the top left sort of here, right above Max's face up there is Orlando Real Estate Investors. So that is a local RIA for everyone in Orange County, basically Orlando, Florida. Hope that's Orlando, Florida. I guess I'm in the wrong group. But that's a really good one. That's the local one. You can get in touch with real estate investors in the area. So they might not be wholesaling specific, but you might be able to find really good contacts, boots on the ground for you. We're getting boots on the ground a little later. And overall, it's a really good place for you just to help network and just have a good research on your market. So I really recommend that. And the key point of researching is when you're networking with all these people. So let's say we're networking, we're getting on calls. So when you message these people, ask to get their phone number and ask just to call them and get a general research on your whole area. You're going to be like a covert scout. So let's say I'm in, Virginia Beach, and that's my virtual market. And let's say Alex Youngblood's in there. I don't think Alex is going to give you his phone number just to call him randomly. But let's say another wholesaler out there is really good. His name's John Delaney. And John Delaney gives you his phone number. You call him. You need to be very purposeful in the call when you're networking because you're kind of doing research. But again, you're here to collaborate with him. Say, hey, John, I know you've been in Virginia Beach for like 10 years. You're an amazing real estate investor wholesaler. What are the top marketing strategies you're having? And you can figure out from them, they'll say, man, cold calling's from the best. And, driving for dollars sucks. It's just little research and tidbits you can get will help you save time, energy, and money getting these deals again. Smarter, not harder. That's what I recommend. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions or anything like this, you can always message me on Facebook. It's Zach Ginn. I'm trying to get as many followers as possible there so it's easier for you guys just to find me. And I'm at Flip with Rick and at Flip with Zach on Instagram. I've got 2 accounts on there. Always trying to provide the best of the best for everyone. So that's step 3. So let's keep going. And oh yeah, I got to continue here. Again, guys, please, if you have any questions, comment them below. I'm doing a Q&A after this. So I saw there's a lot of questions on here. Keep them going. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep everything going. So yeah, so see the marketing strategies that are working in the specific market. So either you want to, when you're on the call with these people, see if cold calling is working, direct mail, SMS, PPC, SEO, or Facebook ads. Those are the ones I'll try to hammer home when I'm networking with someone in a new virtual market. And it's really good. And try to find other virtual guys like doing virtual deals there because they might divulge more information. So just network and just be a go-giver. And also, if you have any value that you can bring when you're calling someone, give it to them too. Like literally, these are all secrets that gurus charge tens of thousands of dollars for that I'm just giving for you guys for free. Just because I'd like to just give value and help people out. Because when I started at 17, nobody did any of this for me. If this was for me, I think I'd be talking on my yacht right now because I'd be 17 doing a lot more deals. Probably doing the same exact thing. But I might have been in a yacht because I might have made some extra deals if someone helped cut my learning curve. But we'll get to the point there. But so step 4, yeah. So step 4 would be creating our marketing plan. So no, we're not going to start yet. Whoa. This can all be done in a couple hours. But step 4 here is we're going to create our marketing plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Excel. We're going to write this on paper. We're going to do it on a whiteboard. I don't care what you do, but we're going to write down our specific marketing plan. So this is after we networked with people. We've decided what our budget is. Hey, my budget is $5,000 for the year. So $5,000 divided by 12 months, we can figure out what that is. Let's say our marketing budget is a little smaller. Let's say it's $100 a month. Now that's very tiny. It's very tiny. You could probably do cold calling with that, but probably a little tougher like that. I honestly, $100 a month is gonna be tough, but you can make it work if you're actually cold calling. That's probably what I would probably do with that small of a budget. But we're gonna write that plan down week by week. Say this week I'm gonna spend this amount of money on this on batch leads, do this on SMS, I'm gonna do this with direct mail. I don't care. So usually what I do personally is at the beginning of the calendar year, so December 30th, December 31st, I actually wrote down our whole marketing budget and plan for my entire corporation and company, and I haven't stopped at all with COVID. Like, the marketing has never changed. Consistency. Or let's say, hey, we're in September right now, so the start of the year isn't here. We got like 4 more months. Or just write a plan from now to 365 days from now. So make a little like year for yourself and make a little plan for that. Or make a plan from now till the first of the year. See how that goes, and then from there you can do it. You can change everything you want up. So let's say if my example is I'm going to spend $2,000 a month just with direct mail, SMS, cold calling, some boots on the ground. I'll just do $2,000 and then plan it out accordingly. And so part of the step here is we're going to get some free wholesaling scripts and some free virtual wholesaling contracts. So to get your free stuff, because I'm not going to let you hang out to dry, because everyone's going to say, hey, you're telling me to cold call, but like I ain't got no script. Or you're going to say, hey, I just started this virtual wholesaling stuff, or this wholesaling stuff in general, and I don't have a contract. So you're kind of leaving me hanging to dry. You're leaving me out hanging to dry. I've gotten DMs like this all the time. So I just said, you know what, whatever. I'm just going to host the site and I'm just going to give it all away. So for your free cold calling scripts, these are scripts I used in college to make over 6 figures in cold calling. Just go to www.flipwithrick.com/free script. That's a free cold calling script. Put in your email and I'll just email you the script on there. And then go for your free wholesaling contract. Again, I'm not a lawyer. Please don't say I'm a lawyer, because I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a financial advisor. But we actually have a pretty good wholesaling contract. These are wholesaling contracts that 99.99% of title companies will accept if you actually get it signed. Again, it is for demonstration purposes legally. But if you use the contract, most title companies will use it. 99.99% of them will. And you can easily do deals on that. I've gotten people give me testimonials that I've used this contract, and they've gotten over $10,000 little deals from there. So that's www.flipwithrick.com/free wholesaling contract. I wish I could make that smaller, but what are we going to do? So again, this will be replayed everywhere on Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, like everywhere really. So you can go back here and look, just timestamp this or take a screenshot right now. I'll give you like a couple seconds while I get some more water. I drink a lot of water because I do a lot of running. So screenshot this real quick. I'm not drinking out of bottles anymore. I got like a big gallon thing now too. But all right, let's go. Step 5, we're going to get educated, and then we're going to start practicing. So my boy Allen Iverson says, we talk about practice. One of the best clips. I love basketball. So I love basketball, I love football, but Allen Iverson's a fun one. But go check out his clip. Just do Allen Iverson practice. It's a real fun one. But yeah, guys, so we're actually going to start getting educated in real estate and virtual wholesaling. What we're going to do is, things like this you can watch. Just go to Flip with Rick on YouTube, and literally I have so many virtual wholesaling stuff. I have a virtual wholesaling playlist I just started. At the end of this, I'm going to put some more videos into there for you guys that I already did. But start learning the art of everything, the art of marketing, the art of acquisitions. I've done live acquisitions trainings like this before. Just start being a sponge. Right now, be a dry sponge, and let me be the water and tsunami that fills the sponge with knowledge, and just get educated. Don't buy a $10,000 course. I don't recommend it. Like, get educated, get the free stuff, and then once you do a couple deals, then you can sort of start getting into the actual like guru side. Like, get a mentor if you want. We do mentoring, but that's flipwithrick.com/university. But we don't recommend that for the first time guys. Like if you've done a couple deals and you're really ready to scale up, give us a call there. But honestly, my goal is to get you guys at least 4 to 5. Like honestly, I want you guys to make $100,000 just the free stuff I give out, and that's my $100,000 gift to you. And then after that, maybe we can do some coaching. But 99% of everyone, you gotta get educated for free. Because use that money for marketing. That's what I always recommend. And we're gonna start practicing. Like anything, like being a really good basketball player. Now, Allen Iverson, most of you guys know it. He was a little before my time, but I love Allen Iverson. Great basketball player. He's actually a really good football player too. But yeah, he had that little clip about practice. But again, that man practiced like crazy. Do you not think LeBron James is as good as he is because he didn't practice? Do you think that like politicians like Barack Obama, do you think he was such a good speaker because, like, all politics aside, he was a great speaker? Do you think he was such a good speaker because he like just winged it all the time? He practiced and practiced and practiced. Like another really good example here is like what's his name? I'm trying to think. What's that guy's name? Who's the best? Ray Allen. I bet Ray Allen. He's on the Heat. He was the greatest three-point shooter of all time because he literally sat in the gym and just did three-pointers like crazy. So I don't care if you're a speaker, you need to practice. I don't care if you're a good basketball player, if you're a real estate wholesaler, you got to practice your craft, right? That's what I do on a daily basis. I always recommend getting your 10,000 hours into real estate wholesaling before you become an expert in something. So I've already got my 10,000 hours in. It took me an entire 3 years to do, but I got it in. And it just helped me, basically second nature. But guys, practice, practice, practice. That is everything you can do, guys. Just get your hours in and get better and better and better. Watch a lot of educational videos that we do. Also, there's also really good guys out there doing YouTube videos. But I always recommend, make sure you know these guys are actually doing deals. They show HUDs, hashtag HUD challenge. But yeah, guys. So step 6. Now we got educated. We know how to do our acquisitions. We've practiced our cold calling scripts. We're really good on this on the phone sellers. We've practiced how to lock things up. We're ready to go. We're ready to start executing our marketing and our marketing plan that we did. So the green light's there. We're ready to go. So step 7 is talking to motivated sellers virtually. So we need to decide this. Once you start marketing, let's say we start SMS blasting, and I got a guy saying, hey, I'm interested in selling my house. We got to decide for ourselves. What type of virtual wholesaler are we wanting to be? Do we want to be the guy, because there's 2 types of virtual wholesaling you can do. You can either A, talk to the seller, say, hey, $100,000, like, what do you think? And they say, okay, I'll take it. What you can do is you can actually bring boots on the ground there to go and say, hey, my partner's going to come by tomorrow, or he's going to come by in like 4 hours, and he's going to come through, take pictures of the property. We're going to check on everything, and we're going to see if everything is as good as possible. So the boots on the ground thing, usually you get the contract signed over DocuSign, and you lock them over the phone. Then you bring the boots on the ground there, and they actually take pictures of it. And sometimes the property's not good. You might need to retract on the price or not. Or another boots on the ground strategy you can do is actually have a acquisitions guy in your virtual market go there, lock up the deal in person while you're standing there, kind of with the team thing. That's a little tougher. Usually, if you're a solo operation, you use the boots on the ground just to get there and take pictures, and you just lock everything up on the phone. And then B, which is what 95% of, I'd say, virtual wholesalers do, is they lock everything over the phone, and then either they get pictures from the seller or they get pictures from cash buyers or boots on the ground. And they just lock everything up over the phone. So I'll tell you, and so this training is basically on both of them, but kind of locking it over the phone. What we want to focus on is when we're talking to these motivated sellers, we're going to make a pseudo appointment saying, hey, at 1 o'clock, you decide on the seller you want. Zoom is becoming a lot more popular with the older generation. I figured out some of our virtual stuff in northern Georgia and a little bit of like Tennessee. People in North Carolina kind of like to keep it, they like to keep it without Zoom. I don't know why, but basically, with everything, we want to build rapport. So we got to remember the Ford model, which is family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. If you ever get stuck building rapport with someone and building trust, just think of those things, get to know them, get to know their dogs' names, their grandkids' names. Just build a genuine relationship with them and try to help them out as much as possible. Get everything you need to know about them and about the property, and then tell them about the way you're doing business. And just make sure our way is a little different than most people that buy houses. Our way of doing things is very simple and easy. I actually don't go inside the property. I don't go and give you a stressful sales pitch like we give you offers on the property. It's something we can do. We can give you the paperwork and get everything done pretty smoothly. Again, I've said this a million times with sellers. They're used to people going by the property and getting everything signed. But what you're going to say as a virtual wholesaler is our way of doing business, I'm going to say this again, is very simple and easy. It's a little different than what most people do. And then you're going to tell them what you're going to do. Now, a lot of these views I'm going to get is actually when COVID's over, hopefully soon. But you got to be like, oh, you're talking about COVID, so this isn't applicable to me. But actually, it's applicable to anything really. So with COVID right now, it's very easy to do virtual wholesaling. Say, hey, I don't want to go in your house and risk you getting sick. I meet a lot of people. I don't want to put your health in risk. So the way we do business is very simple and easy. What we do is I actually talk to you, and if you're a good fit for us, we'll give you an offer on the property, and then we can always send you an e-sign for the paperwork, and then we'd have our partner go take pictures of it, or me, and we basically just buy the property. So that's the way to do it with COVID. Back in the day, the way I used to do it in college was just like, hey, we actually run a pretty decently sized operation. Our way of doing business is very simple and easy. What we do is a little on the contrary to what most people do, but the way we do our volume, the way we kind of buy properties and do things like that is what we do is we actually sign the contract and we actually sign everything over the computer, over the email. When is a good time for me to actually talk to you about everything? Is this a good time to talk? They say yes, and then you basically tell them your whole process, which again is I talk to you. If it's the right fit, then what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little agreement together on the price of the property, and then I buy the house in 14, 21 days or whatever, and then you just go from there. But get to know the seller and get to know the property pretty well, and then at the end you can go for the close and then go for the offer again. Never say the offer first, or if you're forced to, you can say something like this. So hey, John, what's the price you want for the property? What do you need to sell it for? Oh, I don't know. Well, you're kind of killing me here. I mean, would you be able to do $70,000 for the property? Oh no, I gotta get 130 for it. Say, hey, can we meet the middle of 100? Okay, that's fine. That's something we can do. And 100's the deal. So we're gonna do say, okay, so it seems like we're in agreement here for $100,000 on the property. I'm gonna send the paperwork over. Now, if you're locking over the phone, I'm gonna send the paperwork over right now. What is your email for me to send it? Oh, can you do it over? Yes, I've done over hundreds of properties. If you've done it, I've done over hundreds of properties over email. It's all legal. That's what my title company recommends and likes it, again, with COVID or just the way we like to do business. And if we have boots on the ground, we're saying once we get the paperwork done, my partner John's going to come by and maybe an hour or two to take pictures of it. And that's the last you're going to see with us until we got closing day going. Or we might need to come by one more time just to do another inspection of the property. And that's basically what you do, talking to the motivated sellers virtually. So step 8 is boom, we lock it up. I like the little master lock on there. I haven't used those locks since middle school. We didn't have locks at our high school. Crazy. But yeah, we're going to lock up that deal virtually. Boom, boom, boom. It's all locked up. Get the contract signed. So what we're going to do next is we're going to find the cash buyer. Again, I did I can't tell you guys. I did an entire 1.5 hour live, I think. Let me try to think. Yeah, I did an entire 1.5 hour live, guys, on finding cash buyers. So check that one out. Flip of the Rick YouTube, also on the Facebook. But what I recommend doing is just going to PropStream. That's listrei.com, listrei.com if you need a free trial on it. I recommend finding PropStream. You just go find cash buyers. There's a little flippers tab on the quick list on there. It's really easy to do, and I always recommend it. So it's a really easy way just to find it, and you can pull a list of cash buyers Extremely easy. That's listrei.com. But again, what I recommend is for finding cash buyers is you pull the cash buyer data from PropStream, you cold call it, and you can find lots of cash buyers. You can actually SMS that list too. Go to batchleads.io/Zach. You can get 500 free texts, I believe. That's one method. Again, I did an entire hour and a half live on how to do this. So you can always go in there to look at, that's part of the educating yourself and the practice. But again, you can do networking. That's a really good way. Those Facebook RIA groups are always amazing. You can basically do that with cash buyers and JV with someone, post it on the Facebook marketplace or post it on Zillow if you have the seller's permission. Use realtors. Realtors have really good cash buyers that want off-market properties, etc. There's a million other ways you can do it. Go check out that video. And basically, you find the cash buyer, you walk them through the property. Again, you're going to be at home, so you're not going to go with the cash buyer because it's all virtual wholesaling. You're going to say, hey, my partner, I don't know, Federico is going to come through here, and he's going to come, and he's going to see the property. He's my partner. You just want to check on the condition of it. What's a good time for him to go? You're not going to ask, hey, can he come here? Say what time is good for him to actually come through the property. And then he goes to the house. Let's say you lock it up for 100. He says you tell him 120. He's good for 120. You make $20,000, right? Boom. And basically, at the end of that, we just repeat that and we go. So that is actually all the steps here. So step 10 is payday. We make the money. We make the $20,000, for example, in that virtual wholesale deal, and we get paid. So that's it, guys. That is the step-by-step guide on actual making money doing virtual wholesaling. So one last thing I want to show here is, am I still sharing my screen? I think I am. All right, we're back here. Sweet. Wow, I got a lot of comments. Jeez. Okay. So yeah, guys, that is basically it. That is how to virtually wholesale your real estate deals step by step. Right now, I want to get into a little bit of a Q&A, guys. So let me try to pop everything up here. But if you guys have any value of this, please like, subscribe, share this with everyone you possibly can. I'd really appreciate it. But right now, we're going to go into a little Q&A portion of everything. So let me get my AirPods in just so I can kind of get better video quality, and we can get going on things. But see if this is even working. I hope everyone is able to hear me. I got a lot of comments. Jeez. So I have a lot of, we're going to help a lot of people out today. So I love it. So let's go to audio. All right. I think we're all working. Perfect. So let's start from the top, right? Sterling says, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, bro? How's it going? How are you doing today, man? I'm doing amazing. Where are you guys from? So Oklahoma. So that's a really good market. Yakima, Washington. All right. That's a sweet little one. Houston. Oh, great. We got some good areas. Sweet, bro. Sweet. We got Long Island. Oh my gosh. So this is part of the Q&A portion. So let's get the value going. So Sterling, so isn't Rick your dad? LOL. Yep, he's my dad. I love it. I run his whole operations for him. So he's kind of in the business, sort of. I mean, I basically run everything with it. So he's able to have the actual freedom to do everything. Keith is in Kansas. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Guys, comment below your questions. I want to provide as much value as possible for you guys. So please, again, like this video, subscribe, share it to whatever groups you possibly can. I'd forever be grateful for that. And just liking, and if I provide any value for you, please share the love, help someone else out today. That's all I recommend. Is the more you give, the more you get back tenfold. Don't ever ask for anything, just give. Best thing you can do. So let's get going. Let's help some people out. So my boy Eddie buys houses. He says, what is the process of follow-up from calling a seller to hanging up? What are the steps you take? So, okay, from calling a seller to hanging up. So basically what I do is I follow up. I got a huge CRM. I recommend Podio. Again, I hate to be the plug on my other videos, but I did an entire setup for Podio. If you guys need help with that, there's a million videos I have of that. But again, for Podio, it's the best follow-up system I have. I mean, there's a million other follow-up systems you can do. There's ones that charge you like $500 a month, and they have like this amazing follow-up thing. But again, I try to help the common wholesaler. We're all not like 8-figure wholesalers out here with huge like budgets. Like my budget's not 500 grand a month. Like like some other people, it's crazy. But yeah. So basically what I do is for follow-ups, like if I got a pretty good deal, I'll just call. Like I call every other day. I would call a seller. If it's a really hot deal, I'll call every day. If it's a weird one, maybe every week. And I like to call all my follow-ups on a week. If I put them on the follow-up, if someone tells me call them in 6 months, I'll call them in 3 months. Quick tip for you guys on that one, but always call, especially COVID. Like if you haven't talked to a seller since this crazy COVID stuff has happened, you need to call. Like something has changed with COVID. Like these people all in government aid, like it's going to dry up soon, and you got to get on these people's radars as soon as possible because they're going to forget about you. So guys, I recommend you do like a big audit. So I challenge everyone tomorrow and Saturday, please cold call every single like lead if you can. Like if you have like 500 leads, I recommend you call every single one and just touch base with everyone because COVID is changing everything. So hopefully that helps. What I do is conversation. Hey John, how's it? Or I'll say, hey Eddie, how's it going? I know I talked to you about a couple of weeks ago about potentially buying your property at 123 Main Street. What's the situation going with the property? You're not ready to sell yet. Okay, well if anything changes, let me know. My phone's always open. This is one of my personal cell numbers. Always give me a call. Have a great day. Boom. You go from there, and if someone's interested, of course, you want to set the appointment and then go for that. But hopefully that helped, Eddie. If that helped, let me know. Really appreciate it. We got Jove Annie. Oh, my face is in there. Okay. Hi, I'm in New York, which is an attorney state, meaning I need an attorney, and a seller needs an attorney to represent them in court. Also, the seller attorney has to make the contracts, so it sucks. Plus, I have $5,000 minimum earnest money. Do you know if it's legal if I virtual wholesale in other states? I have no one to look at houses for me, but I don't know if it's legal to do so since I'm a New York resident. What do you think? You can virtually wholesale anywhere. That's it. You can virtually wholesale in the Democratic Republic of the Congo if you wanted to. Really, anywhere with a stable internet connection. I'm on my tippy toes here, so my face is in for you, Jove. But yeah, you're good to go in New York. I know plenty of people doing that. It's a really good one. So there's also a lot of people in New York that are actually, they don't need an attorney sign them when you're talking to the seller, only at the closing. So that's another recommendation I have for you New York folks out there. But there's always a workaround. There's a lot of guys doing really well in New York. So entrepreneurship business out, great content. I'm learning a lot. Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me that you guys are getting value out of this. I'm not in New York right now. I'm not in New York, but maybe it's a question for Jove. Hopefully that helps. So Agbor or Agbar, please tell me, please tell me how to say your name correctly, because once I get it, I'll always say it. Pretty cool. I don't know I could sort by zip prior to. Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, it's really cool. You're not spending $3,000 on a list like that. That's crazy talk. Just go to PropStream, listrei.com is a good one. But yeah, it's a little hack. Rick Ginn used to do that a lot. My dad, and then Max Maxwell kind of made a big video on that too. Pretty good. He's from Memphis. Memphis is hot. It is on fire, guys. Jove is in Long Island. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Jada Kiss says, do you mentor? I'm mentoring you right now, right? Like, aren't we mentoring right now? We're kind of talking right now, trying to give you a mentorship. Again, if you're interested in like actual mentorship, you can go here. Let's see. It's flipwithrick.com/university. If you're actually interested, like you've done some deals, you actually want to level up, or there's some people who have some money and they actually want to cut all the BS of going through all the videos and like going through hours and hours and hours trying to like decipher everything. There's one like a university that helps you out with everything, one-on-one coaching from me and Rick. That's where it's at. But guys, you don't have to do that. I try to provide everything for free. But the one-on-one stuff I can do for free. So that's basically what the whole university is. But that's it. I'm not really going to plug that. I don't like plugging that too much. But yeah, we only keep that at 10. So I think we're at 8 now. But let me know. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot, guys. If you want to hop on here, I'd love to have a conversation with you and just talk about everything. The StreamYard link it's right here. So here's the StreamYard link. If you're on Facebook, Hop on to Flip with Rick on YouTube. Zach Ginn on YouTube too. I got 2 channels going at the same time here on live. But go to any of those YouTube channels and click that link and hop on with me. We can have a conversation. I can help you out as much as possible. I'd like to do it face-to-face. That's the communication I like to do. It kind of gets to the point. That's sort of my mentorship. I'm trying to help everyone for free here. Let's see here. All right, next question. I don't want to miss anyone. Zach, you are great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Boom, bubble, bust, repeat. I like that. That's interesting. You're a natural. I hope I'm a natural. I've done a lot of these lives. I'm trying to get my 10,000 hours in on actually doing live streams to help people out. Statistically, that's going to take me a while. But what is it? I think it might go live for like 5 hours a week. So if I actually do the math right here, 5 hours a week, 10,000, go live for 5 hours a week, 2,000 weeks. It'll be 38 years to get the 10,000 hours. And so, yikes. I guess I'll be 59 years old. Oh boy, I got a lot to go until I hit 10,000 on live streams. But unless I do like some crazy like 24-hour live streams, then maybe I can get there a little quicker. But Zach, can you do a recap of all the material covered? Of course, man. Again, at the end of this video, I don't care if you came here late or you're actually like really soon here to hop on here. This is all like basically recorded. It's all a recap of the replays on here. So you can go in, watch me at 2x speed so you don't hear my slow voice here. But yeah, it's all recapped. It's all on the YouTube channel and then Facebook also. It's Zach Ginn on Facebook. And always message me, talk to me. Love to talk to everyone. Just I get people who message me and then they try to call me on Facebook. I don't know what that's even about. I don't do like Instagram calls. It's weird. I like the regular calls. But Nelly Yanez, hopefully, how do I set up DocuSign? Is this something I can use on any device? Of course you can. I recommend it on the computer since you're actually doing contracts. DocuSign.com. Let me search that for you real quick, Nelly. You can also use .loop. I think they're all really good ones. Yeah, DocuSign.com. But I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. DocuSign.com. .loop's a really good one. DOTLOOP.com. Another big one, big and nice one. I recommend. Good one. Anthony says, Zach, had to step out of room. What was step 6? Love your videos. Thank you. Again, Anthony, bro, this is all recorded, so I don't want you to like miss a thing, miss a beat. Let me see here. There we go. Whoa, looks better. Yeah, guys, I don't care if you had to step out of the room. This is all recorded. It's all there, so don't even worry. This channel will stay forever. But step 6, if I can go back here, was executing your marketing. So that's just executing the marketing. Get going. You got the green light. We have everything set up. Go. So hopefully that helped. Nelly says, again, thank you so much for the comments, Nelly. I appreciate this. I met a seller who refused to take the boards down from the door to enter the property. In this case, do you just assume the property needs complete repair and find comps? Yes. 100%. Again, you're going to have to get into the property if you have a cash buyer. So think about it like that. But refusing to do that, is there a back way in the property? Is there a garage? Like, what market are you in, Nelly? Let me know. But usually you can offer to put the boards back on. That's what I would do. It's a pretty dilapidated property though, if it has the boards, right? Mark, what's up, bro? Hola, Zach. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I don't speak a lot of Spanish, so please don't attack me on that one. But I'm pretty close to Miami, I guess. So I guess I can always practice, right? What do you say to get your investors in? I mean, cash buyers or the actual networking on like the Facebook groups. Let me know what. I'm assuming you're asking cash buyers. I have properties at a deep discount. Would you be interested in this property and you can make a lot of money? That's the way I do it. It sounds like that's a hard money question, but let me know. But usually for cash buyers, that's how I always entice them in. And of course, they always make good money. Always make a win-win situation with my cash buyers when you're virtually wholesaling. Or if you're trying to get investors for a JV deal, what is recommended is you make money, I make money. It's always nice. So Keith, what's up, bro? Jet, Kansas. Alrighty. Sterling wants to know, do you plan on expanding outside of Florida? Bro, I already did. We are in 3 out-of-state markets. So Tennessee, Georgia, Michigan right now, and then we don't do South Carolina right now. And then sometimes I'll get deals from like a random state. Like I randomly did a deal last year in like somewhere in the South. I think Alabama. But I did like JV to someone. Like it was a really tiny deal, like $3,000. But usually anywhere in the Southeast I like to do. I don't know why. That's kind of what I like. That's where my network of cash buyers are. So Misael, hopefully I said that right. Ramirez says, what do you have to ask for when building rapport? Yeah, I think you spelled that wrong, but no big deal. Ford, it's the Ford model, F-O-R-D. Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. So family, talking about their family, their grandkids, them, their wife, their dog, like anything you really want. Occupation, talk about what they do for a living. Oh, wow, you own this pizza restaurant. I love pizza. Wow, that's cool. Maybe you say my aunt's in the, maybe if you have an aunt in the pizza restaurant business, you can talk about that. A recreation, what do they do for fun? I love fishing. You love fishing, blah, 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 blah. Dreams, like where do you want to be in 5 years? What are your really goals in life? That's a little much, but just things like that to really help build rapport if you get stuck somewhere on that. Let's see. So hopefully that helped answer your question. Connor wants to know, I virtually wholesale from New York. Boom. That's sweet, man. I love to have real guys coming on here and actually doing it. So that's awesome to hear, Connor. So Keith says, do you get more success cold calling on the weekday or the weekend? What if you call on the weekend? The weekend's fine. You will get better success on the weekday in the evening once people are off of work. COVID's kind of throwing everything off right now. Should be fine on the weekends too. If you have to do weekends, just do them, right? But I probably recommend the weekdays, but if you have to, make it work. Find time. Do it. So should work. If you're working a regular job, the weekend should be fine. Just avoid anything after 8 p.m., I would say. Jada says, I think it's Jada, right? What do you think about the market in Columbus, Ohio? It's a tad saturated, but it's a really hot market. That's why there's a lot of people there. So that's what I recommend. And Jove, sounds good. I appreciate the reply. Do you believe PropStream has the best leads? I think it is for the like ROI wise. Most guys that start with list source, they have to pay 25 cents. I've done the math before. For 10,000 leads at 25 cents, actually let's say 20 cents. 20 cents for 10,000 leads, you'll be paying about $2,000 in marketing. For PropStream, it's $97 a month for the same 10,000. So you just can't beat that ROI. It's unbelievable. So let's see if I even have it here. Let's see, right. Wow, that's a lot. Jesus. ListREI.com. That's where I would go get PropStream. Again, if you guys can do me a favor, like this video, subscribe. It means a lot to me. But comment below your questions, see if we get into it. If not, I can just hop on and hop off and, hang out with my dog. I don't even know. So Jason, there's no Miami Heat games on today or anything, so not really a big deal. So Jason asks, okay, great. Thank you for all your time and efforts. Thank you guys so much for the support. The support means so much to me, guys. I truly appreciate it. I'm humbled every day to find how many people are supporting us, and it's just growing and growing and growing. Truly appreciate it, guys. It means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the love and support. Thanks. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Nelly asks, oh, yeah, she says she's in Yakima, Washington. I forgot about that. Yeah, in Washington, yeah, you should be able to board things back up. I don't think there's any issue with that. Let's see. So how low should you start? How low should you start when putting in an offer? Okay. So again, this is again, you have a cool name. Actually, no, I think it's just a statement you put on there. But cool. How low you should be on your offer? That's always an interesting question. Again, if I can get a property under contract for $1, I would, but that probably won't be valid anywhere. I would say you want to get a no. That's how low you should be. You should almost guarantee you get it low, a no on it. So if you know the seller's bottom line is 100 grand, but you don't technically know that, they say they don't know what they want for the price. Maybe you know they will say no at 80,000, so just ask 80. And always get that no, because at least you'll never regret getting the lowest price. Then you'll know you've tried your hardest to get the lowest price possible. So make sure you go for no. That's what I recommend. It's the easiest one to do. But again, get what they want to do it. And if they give you $100,000, go counter with an offer that you know is going to say no. Now, don't offer $20,000 for it, but like maybe 70, 65, right? Just try. What's the worst going to say? No. Then you just go back to their other price, right? So that's what I recommend. Nelly, my daughter is 17 and would love to do wholesaling. Can she have contracts done at 17? Woo! That's awesome. 17 years old. That's when I started real estate wholesaling. I get a little sparkle in my eye. I get pumped up hearing young people try to get in this business. At 17, it is completely possible to do. What you're going to have to do, Nelly, is you're going to have to, most likely, if she's 17, what I would do is go on the appointments with her and just as her partner and sign contract. So have the seller sign the contract and then have you sign the contract for her, but have her do all the talking, have her do everything, and just let her go and just get better. Again, she could fail forward. If she just tries and fails for 10 years in real estate wholesaling, she'll be a killer. I guarantee it. So like just let her do it. Like let her do it till she's 21 years old. So 4 years into it, I'm telling you, she will just be a straight killer. Man, that gets me excited. Make sure you get the free contract that I provide. Let's see. Do I even have it? I think I have the little thing. Let's see. Make sure you got the contract. Actually, no, it's free wholesaling contract. That's the wrong link. And but just make sure you actually got the contract, Nelly. But yeah, light a fire. I'm ready to go. Let her go. Go, go, go. I'm excited. 17 years old. Let's get it going. I'm pumped up. That pumps me up. Boom. So yeah, just sign for her, but let her go. Like let her get those deals. I'm excited, and that pumps me up. I'm excited. Hopefully, I'll have her on the podcast in a year when she gets 7 figures her first year. I'm not like I'm laughing because I legit know if you put your mind into it, you can. Demon asks, where can I get real estate contracts? Put it right here. www.flipwithrick.com/free wholesaling contract. Ooh. How messed up is that? Free wholesaling contract. I want to let me put that in and make sure it even works. www.flipwithrick. Free wholesaling contract. Yeah, that works. Cool. And again, guys, if you have a link and you can't figure it out, I'll try to help you guys on this one too. So if you actually go to flipwithrick.com, try to find it right here. Is that even working? Yeah, it's working. So this is flipwithrick.com. So as you can see here, so this is flipwithrick.com. If you want, you can always contact us from here. It has all of our social links on here. Just click here to free content. It's right here, free content. And right here is our free content library. So you got the Bags to Riches ebook. You got some videos. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, YouTube's kind of where it's at. But I do have some popular videos we have on here, just a little bit talking about it. But just like click here. So scroll down, you got the videos here. You can always watch the videos continued. But here's the ebook here, the free wholesaling contract right here. You can click that to get the free contract. This is a cold calling script. So you can click here and then you can go to, actually that's for the book, my bad. Just go all the way up here and then go to wholesaling contract. And then you just put your email in there and then we'll send it up there for you. So boom. Whoa. All right. So that's basically it on that's on Flip the Rec. So let's answer some more questions for you. Man, thank you for the reply. Yeah, I'm trying to start virtual wholesaling from New York. I know you said something about it before, but how could I be able to lock up a contract with a seller if I can't be in the state because of distance? How would I do it? Oh my gosh, that's what the whole training here today is for. Just basically, you can lock it up outside. Like, what's holding you up? Lock up a contract with the seller if I can't be in the same state. You lock it up over DocuSign and just say, hey, this is the way that we do business. Is we actually do it without actually seeing you or actually being inside of the property, and we actually do everything. I have a guy coming in, my partner, who'll take pictures of the property. But from right now, we actually just take pictures of the property, and we get everything signed. We do all the paperwork over the phone. We make it very easy and simple. I don't want a million people going to the property, especially with COVID right now, or just in general. That's not the way we like to do the business. We like to make it as simple and easy as possible. So what's the price you need to sell the property for? That's basically it. That's just basically limiting a belief you might have in your head. I've done it all the time. I do it out of the state all the time. Just talk to sellers. They'll be okay with it. Trust me. Jada says, how do you go about receiving your cut when you close? The title company will actually give you the difference on it. So let's say you sign the contract for $100,000. The cash buyer, you agree to assign the contract to the cash buyer for $20,000. You go to the title company, you send everything over to the title company, you work with the cash buyer and the seller together on the transaction, and the title company will actually send you the $20,000 one in the mail. I like to get everything wired to me just because I'm scared the mail might get shredded or the dog might eat it. But for the actual check, they'll mail you the check or you just get it wired to you. Connor says, are you still SMS marketing? How do your KPIs defer to cold calling, cost per deal, amount of messages per deal? Overall, man, I do a huge wide net approach. That's the truth. I like to do it on there. So my KPIs roughly, I can't talk about it because part of it's on ROS, which I'm not allowed to talk about it for a month. Rick's killing me on it, but I can't talk about it. Probably the most exciting thing that I've in wholesaling has happened in a very long time, but we're going to be quiet for about maybe a month or two, maybe 3, but killing me. So SMS, I like to send out maybe 1,000 to 2,000 a day, depending on the list and what we're doing. We do a lot of things with SMS. The KPIs through that and cold calling it's a lot cheaper. I can just have a VA sift through all the messages for me versus hiring a VA at $5 an hour to actually physically cold call. They have accents. It's a mess. Over virtual, you can't really, over SMS, you can't really do that much of an issue. What I do is they sift through the actual messages. I get the ones that are actually interested. And then boom, when they are actually interested in it, then I'll actually go talk to them on the phone. And I only have interested, motivated sellers when I talk to them. Cost per deal is around, I'd say, $3 to $4 grand on SMS. But no. $3 grand SMS. Cold calling is more like 5 if you do a big team. And that's kind of the way that we sort of have it. But that's in Florida, and our deals are a lot bigger. We maybe at 2,000 for the virtual stuff, but the margins are a lot lower. So it's hard to say. But the amount of messages per deal, trying to think here. I'm doing mental math in my head. Add the 2. I'm just kidding. But the amount of messages per deal, I'd say 1,000, maybe 15,000, 17,000 per deal, I'd say. I know it's like 10,000 for an appointment. That's what I know. But we do a lot of messages. Roar, Smarter Contact, Launch Control, any opinions? I think they're all really good. Again, I recommend that you always test it out. So on the bottom here, batchleads.io/Zach, you get 500 free texts. So if you actually want to get into the whole SMS game, I recommend you just spend $1 and just send out 500 texts. That's usually a person's like daily send. I always recommend at least 500 a day. Just test it out. Let's say you don't like it. No obligation. It's $1. Maybe you want to go into launch control. I heard it's really good for a follow-up system, Smarter Contact. Everyone loves that. Roar. I'm going to tell you a quick secret. Everyone's going to hate me for this. I hope no one's hearing me because like this is the big SMS secret, right? They all use like the same, like they all use the same one. There's a specific couple companies. I'm in the all this stuff, so I'm not really going to say it. But there's two companies that basically do all the SMS marketing, like they're middlemen. Like all these companies are middlemen, middle women too. But usually they're using a service to go through it, sort of like how skip tracing works. Is there's three big like data companies, and you have a million skip tracing companies. What they do is they get a contract with those three companies, and they make a profit on it. So they get it for like skip tracing for, let's say, for example, 10 cents from the big corporations. They'll charge you 15 cents and they make the 5 cents on the difference. That's how they basically do it with Batch Leads does it, Launch Control, Smart Contact, Roar, Lead Sherpa. They all do it. Honestly, again, this is what I say. It's the Lowe's hammer or the Home Depot hammer. They're both hammers. They're both going to get the job done. They're both going to hit the nail. They're both going to get you deals, but it's just what type of hammer you like. Do you like the Lowe's hammer or like the Home Depot hammer? It's the same exact thing. They just got different colors, except Home Depot's got a better return policy. So that's why I prefer Home Depot. But we're not going to get into the politics of Home Depot versus Lowe's because I like Lowe's too. Like they support a lot of veterans. So it's like, it's a tough one. And hopefully I answered your question, Connor. Let's see. So I've been taking action, made about 50 phone calls today, but no luck getting a hold of anyone. Okay. Keep going, bro. Keep going. Like, I don't care. Like, you could tell me you had 1,000 people you talked to. Keep it up, man. 50, I'm just going to be honest with you, MH, you're going to probably have to talk to 1,000 people or maybe even 10,000 before you get a deal, depending on how many calls you're doing. Make sure you're using a triple line dialer if you're doing cold calling. That will triple your output and actually help you out a lot. But 50 phone calls should take about an hour to do if you're cold calling on triple line dialer. You do it 8 hours a day. That is 400, I believe. Yeah, 400. So you can easily get 400, get that 1,000 or 10,000 pretty easy. But 50, you got to get the pace up. I recommend you use, it's Mojo and ZenCall, XENCAL, I believe. ZenCall or Mojo Dialer. That's what I recommend doing, a triple line dialer. It'll help you out a lot with the cold calling. But 50 leads it's not a lot, man. I'm just being honest, bro. You got to put, as Matt McConaughey says in Wolf of Wall Street, you got to pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. But yeah, just pump them up. Use a triple line dialer. He says here, my only marketing strategy right now is cold calling. I cold call about 50 leads daily, but either get very angry people or no one ever answers. And he says, I'm using Mojo for CRM and as a triple line dialer. Okay, I'm a little confused here because calling 50 leads on a Mojo should take you an hour. Like it's sums up. Something's interesting. Maybe you can hop on now or next week and I can actually talk to you. But 50, you should get that done like really easy, like an hour. Maybe you're cold calling an hour. Let me know. But you should, in an 8-hour day, get at least 300 to 400 done. That's been my experience. That's experience with a lot of the cold callers I talk to and some of our students. So let me know, bro. Jada, hopefully I said her name right. Or Jada, pretty sure it's Jada, but hopefully I said that right. How would I start virtual wholesaling in another marketing? I'm assuming you're saying market. The way I recommend you actually just get started in another market is do a research on the market. Look back on this entire thing. You're on Facebook right now. When this replay is over, it's going to start from start to finish, so you can actually see the whole presentation I did on actually how to do it. At the end of this video, I'm not going to be like, okay, guys, here's my link for my $10,000 virtual wholesaling course. Go buy it. Blah, blah. I've got a Lamborghini. Look at all these girls around me. No, like I give you everything for free. In another market, I recommend you research the market, do that list source hack I provided. Don't freak out like, oh my gosh, this was live. I can't do this. No, guys, don't even fret. This is all recorded. It's Flip with Rick on YouTube is where you can probably catch the recording as soon as possible. Facebook takes like an hour to process, and then YouTube might take like 30 minutes to process. I don't even know. But it's all recorded. Don't worry. Go back and look at everything. Should help you out. Let's see. Love it. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, Connor. Really appreciate it. Jove says, yeah, I'm going all in. Boom. I can't wait. I can't wait to see your results and just to see what you guys are doing. But that's awesome. Awesome to hear. Awesome. MH, can you do a video on how to implement SMS marketing? I already did a video. That's awesome, right? So let me go pull up that video for you right now. And let's see where we're running down. Looks like we're getting less and less people. But make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, or share this in whatever groups you can. I would really appreciate that. Let me go find that link for you, bro, because I'm just here to help. Let's see. Text block. Oh, here it is. Boom. Oh, you're on YouTube, so it should be pretty easy. That's the link right there for how to implement SMS marketing. You asked it, and you shall receive. At RVMs, there is actually a playlist on there. Just search Flip with Rick and RVMs or Zach Ginn RVMs. It should be on there. That's the link for it. Thanks, brother. Thank you so much, man. I truly appreciate it. It means the world to me, guys. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to get the little, what is it called? What are they doing, Jeopardy? They're like, do, 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 do. I guess I can do that little thing right now where comment below for the next minute all of your questions that you have, and I'll try to do a lightning round on it real quick. If not, I'm going to hop off here. Got to go on someone's podcast. So I'm going to I'm not the one doing the podcast this time. I'm going on someone's YouTube channel for a podcast. It's not live, but I'll let you. I'll probably post that podcast on here too, so you guys see it. So I got that at 7, so in 30 minutes. So I'm going to give a 30-second timer. I'll do a 30-second timer right now. Comment below literally all the questions that you could even think of right now. Like literally throw out, don't be embarrassed if you just threw 10 questions out. Do it. I'm going to give you 30 seconds, write as many questions as possible on it, and I'll promise you I'll answer it all in the lightning round. So let's do 30 seconds. Is that it? Yeah. All right, cool. Lightning round. Let's go. Let's answer this lightning round real quick. Damon says, do you have sub-2 contracts? Not right now. Sub-2 is a lot more legal jargon in there. It's a lot more legal stuff in there. So I'm working with an actual lawyer on actually providing that for you guys. But right now, we don't have it right now. But I'm working on it for you guys. I'm trying my best here. Right now, you technically on that wholesaling contract, you can add a line and just say property subject to seller's existing financing or mortgage. You should be fine on that one too. But again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a stinking lawyer. So please don't take me as legal advice or sue me. Don't sue me, bro. I have a million disclosures, so please don't. But keep the lightning round going. I see everyone's like throwing questions. Keep throwing those questions in there. I'm going to do a lightning round real quick. Nicholas, what's up, bro? All right. What kind of rehab estimates per square feet for SoCal homes? I cannot tell you that. Honestly, if I get a question, I don't know. You would honestly have to talk to a contractor. I would network with people in Southern California and ask how much those things cost. But I don't know. I would probably go to a SoCal Real Estate Investors Association and talk to them, make sure you're not getting screwed out of the price of those homes. But I'm not in Southern California, so I can't tell you. I know in Florida, it's always dependent. Like, are you doing a gut job? Or are you just doing floors? Or are you just repairing a roof? Are you just doing a kitchen? Or are you doing everything? You're going to have to look. Don't go to HGTV and look. Network with people and actual really good rehabbers that do a lot of rehab deals in your market. And go from there and try to network and see what things actually cost. I got my Captain America shirt on today. Got my superhero swag going today. Alrighty. Keith Martinez, what is your favorite list to pull from that you see the most success? I would say generally probates is my favorite list to pull. Statistically, if I get 1,000 probates, I'll get the most deals versus 1,000 like a high equity or 1,000 like absentee owner. Probates hands down. Jove says, how much money would I need to lock up a contract as in earnest money? I heard $10 to $1,000. I see wholesalers do $10, five. I've seen $1 from other contracts that I see that like go out. You could do 1,000, you could do 500. If you have no money, just do $50 to 20 if you know it's a really good deal. That's what I'd recommend. Nicholas, 70% of ARV doesn't work in SoCal. No. More competitive, higher percentage of error. Yep. 100% correct, Nicholas. We're friends, so I guess we can call it Nick, right? Hopefully. My full name's Zachary, but everyone calls me Zach. So hopefully, Nicholas, whatever. 70% of ARV does not work in SoCal, bro. No. You're looking like 80 to 85, possibly. Yeah, deposit. Yeah, that I would say if you're like lower end budget, $50, maybe even 20. I don't even know. Keith, favorite marketing: cold call, direct mail, Facebook ads. Everyone's gonna hate me for this, but direct mail is still my favorite. Again, it costs the most money, but we've been established in this market. We're the biggest operation, so direct mail. Sellers come to us. I love it. It used to be bandit signs, but they banned bandit signs where I'm at because I did too many bandit signs because I was a stupid teenager. Yeah, I was getting a lot of deals from bandit signs, but they had a council meeting about me, and they stopped doing bandit signs in the county I was working in because I was doing too many bandit signs and getting a lot of deals from it. So direct mail and SMS are my two favorites. Facebook ads, I haven't seen the ROI on it. It's the same as cold calling. Cold calling is good ROI on it if you do it yourself, but Facebook ads and then cold calling, if you're paying someone to do those both for you, not worth it, in my opinion, just from what I've seen. I'm getting to the bottom of this. It's an entire gallon. Always drink a gallon a day. Always helps with my energy. Always keeps my energy as focused as possible. Try to be as optimal as possible in these. So I always end the workday talking to sellers and stuff from basically like 8 to 5, maybe 7:30 to 5. So after 5, I'm done. So I'm chugging my water still. Devin, where can I find a VA for $5 an hour? You will go to upwork.com, UPWORK.com, upwork.com. There's another one too. Hold on, let me try to find that one. And also you get like people from the Philippines. Onlinejobs.ph is another really good one. Nicholas, tips for someone like me working on wholesaling in a market like San Diego. Try to get some virtual stuff going if you can. San Diego is a real tough one. Network with all the San Diego wholesalers you can. That would be my best tip is network, see what works in your market. Use that list source hack I did. Again, you might have not seen it. So when this video is over, you'll be able to see the entire video where I go from step to step how to virtually wholesale and find the right markets, find good zip codes. You can actually use that hack for your own market in San Diego too. So wink, wink, go use that, please. Why is it that cold calling is where most new wholesalers fall off the wagon? I would say, in my opinion, cold calling is where most people fall or start. Most people start cold calling because it's the cheapest, best ROI possible. When you got no money, it's the best thing to do. But most people quit because cold calling sucks. It's hard. It's difficult. You might not see an immediate ROI. You might not get a deal till your first 4 months, but that deal might be $30,000. So it's definitely tough. I'm being honest. But that's what separates the boys from the men. That's why in medical school they have like weeding out classes. The weeding out class in wholesaling, I would say, is actual cold calling. So it's a tough one, man. But Nick is cool. Awesome, bro. Anthony says, I'm in Los Angeles. 7% of ARV was 10 years ago. Yeah, man. It's got to be like 80 to like 85. Jove says, yeah, thank you. Sorry for the dummy questions. Definitely want to go in all. Dude, there's no dummy questions. There's no dummy questions, bro. Ask me anything. Ask me what color is the sky. I'll tell you it's blue. Well, if you're in like Portland, it's like orange right now, right? With all those wildfires. Yikes. But yeah, man, I would 100% say there's no dumb questions for me. Like I'm the last person that will judge anyone. Like honestly, you tell me something, I don't really care. The only thing I recommend is I always keep politics out of everything. So Obama's a good speaker. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat. He's just a good speaker. Ronald Reagan was a good speaker too. So that's the only politics I guess I said. I like to keep politics out of everything. It just doesn't help you in your business or your mindset for anything. So whoever's going to win president is going to win president, right? So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there's no dumb questions. I don't judge. I always want to help. We all start somewhere. So when you get your first couple deals, I'm so excited for it. So you'll get it done. Mindset and execution and focus is everything. So Joe Omana says, if I'm doing SMS and going through the list 3 times a list and quarter, do you recommend a cold call or target direct mail? If I'm doing SMS and going through the list, do you recommend a cold call or target direct mail? You can have a little like conveyor belt system. So maybe you SMS the list like crazy, and then you'll cold call the actual, and then you'll take all the no's out of there. You keep the no's. What you do is do the SMS, and then maybe you'll cold call all the landlines, and then you'll do a direct mail target on like the hottest zip codes on that list. That's something I'm recommending. Southwest Florida, it's a good market if you do it right. Again, Tampa's a little more difficult, do a little outskirts of those areas, but Southwest Florida, you're not in LA. It's pretty good. Hopefully, you guys stay safe with that tropical storm. If it's not even close to me, I don't even like these hurricanes, just because I'm so business on what I'm doing, like so focused on what I'm doing. But yeah, Anthony, knowing what you know, where would you earmark $2,500 in marketing spend starting out today? I would cold call. If that's all the money I had, cold calling. Also, I'd do that in SMS also. But I'd probably cold call and SMS. The cool part about it is cold calling is only an extra $100 a month, because your SMS and cold calling are the same exact list. But maybe SMS will cost you $500 a month, and the extra cold calling is $100. So if you can do both of them, that's cool. But only if I had it, I'd skip trace and cold call. So that's what I know if I knew everything I knew today. Bandit signs, that's kind of old school. That's what I got started in 2017, but it's hard to do it now. The ROI is just not there anymore. But thanks, man. Thanks, bro. So that's it. I got to get ready for this podcast, guys. So I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. You guys are providing support and helping me out with everything. So let's make it a community. Let's help each other out. So I really appreciate it, guys. If you got any value, like this video, share it, subscribe, anything you can. And just help someone today. Help a fellow wholesaler out. They got a question, network. Try to be a better person today. Let's do it, guys. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. This is Zach Ginn. Have a great, blessed day.